A big old bag of dicks.
Hey everyone, DSDghost here, back with another build video for you. Unfortunately, I spawned in Manhunt, and I'm gonna crunch for time, so I'm trying to start my video even with my timer sitting here, so hopefully I don't get killed while making this video. But today I have a Lone Star build video for you. Hey, little hint, it's not 6-piece and it's not 2 assault rifles. It is a 5-piece Lone Star, and as always, I will show you the build, go through the gear, weapons, weapon mods, gear mods, and then I will show you a PvP clip of me using the build in the Dark Zone. Again, no last stand because last stand buff your stats. So let's get right into it. Here we go. I am using the MG5 and the SASG. Now, a lot of people use the 6-piece with 2 assault rifles, which does not make any sense. It makes sense, but it's not really the best option because if you're using a 4-piece Lone Star, your any LMG, most of the LMGs are going to do less damage than a assault rifle. But using a 5-piece, your LMG will do more damage than any other weapon, as long as you don't have that weapon. So, for example, if you have assault rifle damage on your gloves, your assault rifle might do the same damage, but in this case it won't. So my gear, I'm using a Vigorous Chest piece, rolled electronics with health, skill haste, and ammo capacity. Again, with all my builds I'm going for skill haste, health, and crit chance. So my Vigorous Chest piece, health, skill haste, ammo capacity, rolled electronics. I have 2 electronics mods with skill haste on that. Then I have a classified Lone Star mask with crit chance and damage to elites, and it's rolled firearms with a stamina mod and skill haste. My knee pads are classified Lone Star knee pads, rolled firearms, health, disorient, shock, and burn. The only thing I would change on here is disorient to disrupt, but these are pretty good. My mods on here is stamina, skill haste, and then a first aid self heal mod. My backpack is a Lone Star classified backpack, rolled electronics, health, and ammo capacity, with electronics mod and 2 first aid self heals. My gloves are Lone Star gloves, rolled firearms, armor's a little low, but again it's classified, so I got what I got. It's rolled crit chance, crit damage, and skill haste, rolled firearms. And then we go into my holster, which is also a classified Lone Star holster, low armor, but it's what I got. Everything's in above 1200. And it's rolled skill haste with a first aid self heal mod. Now, if you don't have classified Lone Star, you can still make this build. It's not going to be as effective because with your 5-piece Lone Star, you get an additional 12% damage, which is really your moneymaker right there. So this is my classified one, but I will most likely make a Lone Star non-classified build video. But this one's the classified 5-piece Lone Star for those of you who didn't get 6, or you want to use it the right way. And those are my that's what my gear is. We'll go into my weapons. I'm using an LMG MG5 for my primary. This hits almost as hard, or it hits, this weapon, this LMG is the equivalent to a MP5 SMG. The RPM is the same, damage is the same. Not in this case because I have the extra 12% from the 5 and stuff like that, so the extra damage from the Lone Star gear set, but this is the equivalent to the MP5 SMG. So you get 12% out of damage cover, 18.3k damage with what I have on my gear, and 800 RPMs. My talents, I'm using Competent, Deadly, and Adept. You cannot roll responsive on an LMG. I found that out the hard way, even though I know that. I always forget. But Competent, Deadly, Adept. Again, you're trying to go for crits. Even though this doesn't have crit chance already on it like an SMG, you still want to go for it. So Competent, Deadly, Adept. All of my weapon mods are based off crit damage, crit chance, and headshot damage. So my magazine is 120, mag size, reload speed, rate of fire. I could change reload speed to crit chance, but I haven't found a mag like that yet. My scope is crit damage, crit chance, and headshot. My muzzle is stability, headshot, and optimal range. Now, the difference with this is I'm putting on a lot of stability to keep this as straight as possible, because the MG5 is kind of all over the place sometimes. So 2 stability mods keeps it like a freaking laser, and I love it. So I put 2 stability mods on here. So I have, my muzzle is stability, and my grip is also stability. And that is what I use for my LMG. My secondary, which is the money maker right here, is my Black Market SASG. 114k damage, 293 stagger, 180 RPM, plus 10% with the, well, plus 10 with the freaking mag. But my talent on here is brutal, responsive, and unforgiving. Can't get better than that. Maybe you can swap unforgiving for competent, but as far as I'm concerned, this is a great, like, perfect SASG. My weapon mods on here is mag size, crit chance, rate of fire, optimal range to give me a little bit more range, obviously, crit chance, headshot, and then accuracy on my grip. You want to try and have your mods that have headshot damage on here. Obviously, you're going to be aiming for the head with brutal, and that's what I use for my weapons. Now, some people are saying, oh, well, why don't you have it all firearm, blah, blah, blah. So, when I set up my builds, I set them all up the same exact way. If I'm running Vigorous, I'm going to have about 6,500 firearms, 300 toughness, and between 175 to 185 skill power. And that's because when I pop my booster, which I will show you right here, pop my booster, I go to my weapon. I went up from 18 to 22, and I went from 114 to 138k. So, this is your moneymaker right here.
Incoming supply drops.
We'll go into my skills right now. Obviously, I'm running a pulse. This is about 16%, which is good for helping me get my crits with my weapons, especially my LMG, trying to go for that damage. So I use a pulse, conceal, obviously, and then I have my booster shot, which gives me 110,000 self heal, which is awesome. So I can't really complain about those 2 things. It's pretty standard as far as picking and choosing. Now, my talents, obviously I was running with a team, so I had triage, critical save, combat medic, and strike back. Strike back, I love this because you get your skills back quicker, even though I'm running close to max. I think I have max skill haste for any build other than a tactician, which is 40%. But this helps getting that additional 10% that you're missing from not having tacticians. So yeah, if I was running solo, I would swap out triage for on the move, and I would probably put 1 is none on because I'm using an SASG aiming for the head, and swap out combat medic. And that's what I have as my abilities. Now let's go look at my other stats. So I'm doing only 12% crit chance, then you put the extra 16% from my my pulse, which is now 28, and then you have the additional 7, so you're in the 30s, high 30s range, close to 30-40, which is actually really good for an LMG, so I'm pretty happy with that. You then go over to your skill haste, which is at 37, so I just need to re-roll a couple of my gear pieces, and then you'll have 40% skill haste, which is max with any build other than a tactician build. So everybody, hope you enjoyed the video. If you have any questions about the build, leave a comment below. Hope you enjoyed it. Throw it a like. Don't forget to subscribe if you want to watch me use this in the DZ, or if you have any other build ideas that you want me to try out, go ahead and leave a comment. I hope you enjoyed the video. Go ahead and stick around for me using this build in the Dark Zone to get some PvP action, and you'll see how it does, and hopefully you have the right gear pieces to make this happen. Thanks everybody for watching. Hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Bitch! Youngster!
He's on the left. Get the fuck out of my face. You too.
Down. Oh,
I like how now with the blue you can run fast again.
Got it.
Okay.
He's down.
You little bitches.
Gotcha.
He's down.
One down.
Shit. You got a good play.
Got him.
Say he's
Rogue.
You down.
Shot. Drop them both. 2 down.
Ah.
Get down. Both of you guys. Get the fuck down. In a blue. Yeah, how's the healing in there? We got a couple of them in here. Alright, what? We've done this part here already. You and I have done this dance already. You're dead.
Nice.
Reaper. Where's the blue? This is the B from both sides. He's right here, he's right here.
Oh, look at that rape.
Yo, am I standing
Yo.
in place?
No, you're not.
Or am I on your screen?
You're with us.
What the fuck, yeah?
You're with us.
What?
Yeah.